Have you ever wondered how Jesus spent the last week of his life? Now you don't have to. That's because we're going to spend some time together looking at Jesus' last few days. Where he went, what he did, why. And then we're going to ask a really important question. What does any of that have to do with us? So John chapter 12, picking up in verse 12, says this. The next day, the great crowd that had come for the festival heard that Jesus was on his way to Jerusalem. They took palm branches and went out to meet him, shouting, "Hosanna! Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Blessed is the King of Israel." Jesus found a young donkey and sat on it, as it is written, "Do not be afraid, daughter Zion. See, your king is coming, seated on a donkey's colt." Palm Sunday was the first day of the last week of Jesus' life on earth, for now at least. Tens, maybe hundreds of thousands of Jews from around the world had come to Jerusalem to celebrate the upcoming Passover feast. Streets were filled, excitement was in the air, anticipation was building, and in comes Jesus over the Mount of Olives, sitting on a donkey, in fulfillment of an ancient prophecy. For years, the people of Israel had expected their king, so they knew what was happening when the moment finally came. Many spread their cloaks on the road, some cut and threw palm branches on the ground. As Jesus came closer, the crowds rejoiced and praised God. "Hosanna, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord, blessed is the King of Israel." See, these were the shouts of a hopeful people. But unfortunately, that praise wouldn't last. See, Israel had long awaited political and economic liberation from the oppressive powers in Rome. Hosanna, it meant save us. Palm branches symbolized freedom and victory. But Jesus didn't come to overthrow a government. He came to seek and save the lost. He came to proclaim good news to the poor, to proclaim freedom for prisoners and recovery of sight for the blind, to set the oppressed free. The people of Israel wanted a king who would establish his kingdom with power and might. Jesus came instead with humility, not to be served, but to serve and give his life as a ransom for many. Jesus' kingdom would be a kingdom of love and justice and mercy. And so shouts of Hosanna soon gave way to shouts of crucify him. Why? Jesus wasn't the kind of king the people of Israel expected. He wasn't the kind of king they really wanted. What do you expect from Jesus? What kind of king do you want in your life? Does that line up with who Jesus really is? See, although Jesus wasn't the king the people expected, he was the king they really needed. He's the king that we need, the true king, the only king worth following. Will you? Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure to hit like and subscribe so you can be notified when we post next.